I'm Aisha Christina Ben, and I'm the founder and managing trustee of Neighborhood Woof. My childhood home is barely 500 meters away from this center, and a lot of my summer vacations as a kid was spent talking to my grandfather, telling me stories about all the dogs in our family. They all had pets, but more importantly, they also had street dogs around them all the time. It's when I started living in college that actually loneliness hit me as a notion. So I made friends with all the local dogs around. And there were two dogs that were particularly noteworthy. One was Julie and the other I called Long Snout. Long Snout is Luffy's father, and in fact who I like to believe Neighborhood Woof is registered in tribute and in honor of. So Long Snout used to come with me to college. He used to sleep under my table. He used to walk me back home. He used to come and pick me up from the metro station. And there was a point, of course, where my neighbors around wanted to kill him. They perceived him to be a threat because he was a big alpha male. I took him first to my grandfather's house to save him from the neighbors immediately, but then found a wonderful place called Karamarg, which is actually a children's home. So I got a good sense of what happens to these animals on the street. I learned that actually there are countless caregivers on the street who like and look after them. Shortly after that, I joined an animal welfare organization, one of Delhi's oldest organizations, where I got a good sense of what happens inside an animal shelter. And this huge gap between animal centers who cater to looking after stray animals and then caregivers on the street. So Neighborhood Woof was born as an answer to this gap. So when Neighborhood Woof started, we jumped straight into birth control. We used to actually initially try and do a lot of rescues as well, because it's impossible to not. People come, people need your help, especially when there is a lack of facilities available. But we realized we weren't being able to do justice to either. And we wanted to raise the standards of animal welfare. We also learned ultimately that we didn't want to run a shelter. We didn't want a place where you put in a lot of animals who we believe animals deserve to live out on the street and be where they are supposed to, but with adequate care, with food, with medical issues taken care of. But the first step has to be birth control. When we have a certain number of dogs that we need to look after, it's easier to look after them. So our efforts became singularly focused on birth control, and we realized actually that in order to do safe, effective, efficient birth control, we need to stop keeping rescues and treatments at our center. As I said, Long Snout, who had to be relocated to this children's home called Karamarg in Faridabad, I ended up going back there 7.5 years later to meet him. And it turned out to be the best place for Long Snout to be there. Now the reason I speak suddenly of Karamarg in the middle of Neighborhood Woof is because when I went to Karamarg, the children of Karamarg also got to learn about me. I think they got a sense of the work that I do and the kind of approach to animal welfare that I have. And we had quite a few kids from there who graduated after they were 18 come and work with us. Vipin, our manager, Deepak, whose wonderful artwork you see on the walls, they all grew up and graduated from Karamarg. And it is in fact the fact that they grew up with animals, the fact that they stay with animals around them, that make them much better handlers of these animals. They understand them in a very, very different way. That actually became a mode of employment for us, where we decided we are not going to hire paravets, we are not going to hire people trained in medical expertise, because there is a severe shortage and a severe problem with the training that happens in our country. We wanted to address that. So we decided to hire people who are fond of and who love animals. The end result is a strong, loyal team of people who care for the animals that are around them. It's not just processes, it's not just protocol. They feel for the animals in ways that I think are lacking in other centers. in the handling staff, in the people who clean the kennels, in the people who pick up and scoop poop. In that is love and care, and that is something that I think is truly unique about Neighbourhood Woof. And now, 6 years down the road, that it's something I am really proud to talk about. Somewhere along the way, Neighbourhood Woof's role has also become adding accountability to the municipal system. It's a constant battle we fight with them, where they tell us, hey, you are the organization impaneled by us. And we say, yes, we are the organization impaneled by you. We are the organization that is accountable to you, but you are also accountable to us. So we actually have a fairly exhaustive and elaborate protocol that should be followed. It's just that we don't. People don't follow the protocol that's laid out. What Neighbourhood Woof has tried to do is stay true to that and stay true to raising standards. I think in terms of hygiene and the fact that we love our dogs, Neighbourhood Woof is truly special. The dogs here leave us happy. When we go to release them, they come and jump on us and they wag their tails and they say thank you. That tells me we've got something pretty special going here, because by and large, the historical relationship between dogs and the dog catching van is one of hatred, and the dogs immediately run away. But I think we managed to do a pretty good job of taking care of them with love and compassion here. We've evolved safe practices here. Difficult things, for example, holding dogs down, holding aggressive dogs down. Instead of using the catching pole, we've got this simple 4x4 jali that we put the dog between the jali and the wall, and give the injections through that. That traumatizes the dog way less. So the result is, when the dogs go back out, they go back out healthy, but they go back out happy also. So I think all the team at Neighbourhood Woof, we have steadily started finding security and peace this side of the gate. None of us really like going outside this gate. It's such a beautiful world here, with the dogs and all the color around us and our own internal battles. Outside is a real challenge. There is a big gap between resident welfare associations, so the local authorities responsible for providing sanitation and other civic issues. So what ends up happening is the RWAs and the municipal work together, but not necessarily including caregivers. We try and change that, because we believe actually the solution to these large numbers of animals is actually through their caregivers. The caregivers help there. The caregivers are responsible for identifying these dogs in those areas. So it has been challenging working with caregivers as well, because most caregivers believe animal centers are terrible. They're terrible places for dogs. ये मारते हैं, ये ख्याल नहीं रखते हैं, ये protocol नहीं follow करते हैं. So they walk in talking to our staff badly. They walk in ordering people around. आप हमारे कुत्ते का ख्याल रखिए. And it has been quite a challenge standing up to them and saying, hold on, we know what we're doing. We are following our protocol. You follow the rules. You pick up your dogs on time. When we ask you to come, come when you are supposed to come. Don't delay medication, so on and so forth. It's been a challenge, but I'd like to say it's been fairly rewarding. Today we have an ABC program that is completely animal lover centric, which means that 98% of the dogs that come our way are actually looked after and loved by caregivers. Which means what? Which means that we can actually keep an eye on them once they're back on the street. Once they go back out, we know these dogs are healthy because there's a caregiver reporting back to us telling us that these dogs are healthy. And that has actually started a wonderful loop. People talk, people spread the word. So this past year, especially after lockdown, we have done record-breaking numbers every single month since March. That is where Neighbourhood Woof is different from most animal centers, I think.